Okay, now's your problem. All right, so what I'm explaining there is an envelope. It's an envelope method. They call it envelope. It's like an envelope. You put things in, put a letter, you put it in the envelope, and then you send it, and you don't see what's inside. So if that was a 3D sculpting like this, you will wrap it up and you send it as a present. Okay, you send it as a present, and you wouldn't see what's inside here or the head. You would just see this corner, that corner, this, that, that. So this is called the envelope method, and I will explain it what actually it means in practice. So we have the upper body, or that corner here, which is the upper arm, and this angle, and you get that angle here, and you get that angle there, which is a bit like a triangular shape. This angle, or this elbow, is far higher than that one. You can see, yeah? That's high, that's low. So these are very important to keep in mind. High, low. And the envelope method will be, look, take it right down there. I'm simplifying it now because it's not a straight line. You can see it's not a straight line. I'm keeping it, and then another straight line there, look. So take that. And this, if that extends, where that goes, look, goes above. Okay, so that straight line here, you see, I can see where I'm going wrong already. That straight line, which is a hip with a bum, goes right through the nipple and then goes to the armpit and then goes there. So right through the nipple. If that line goes there, that, to me, that line goes to the elbow or meets the elbow on my drawing. That's a mistake. So I should lower, exactly, I should lower that line. Yes, there. Not this one, the second one. So that's the line. So I have this. I have this here. Now I need this line there, look. And so bum, that line there. And then what do I need? I need from the elbow a straight vertical line will go to her nipple. So a straight vertical line, so that means the nipple is here. And you remember that is not the nipple, that's the armpit, and the nipple is down here. Because you see that line or that axis doesn't touch the nipple, so it's lower. And then you have belly, a belly. Yes, belly.
Call that a flat tummy.
A flat
tummy.
Flat tummy, yes, yeah, not like us.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'm speaking for myself.
When did you?
And then you have obviously her thigh, and now if that was wrapped up, I probably wouldn't see this, but I will definitely see that, because you see wrapped on the paper you'll see the angles, the most outer angles. Huh? So there you are. There. So a vertical line from the kneecap to the body, and you see that distance. So kneecap to the body, and you get that distance here. There. And now, obviously, this area, if that was wrapped, you will have also where she's standing. So we wouldn't see that. But say that we are a bit more now. Let's unwrap it in the meaning that let's see what's going on here. So from the kneecap, you have both cuffs, they are almost at the same angle. So both cuffs, kneecaps are this angle here, or this angle here, or that axis is almost parallel to this big one. So you've got this axis here, almost parallel to that big one, as you said, yes? They're not actually parallel. One is, let's say, 45 degree, and this is like 45, that's like 6 degrees, something, it's onto that 90 degree angle here. And then the end of her foot is actually right under her bum. So say that her bum is here, that's where you have the foot. Now, you see, very geometrical. It's very difficult to find out what's going on now.
I hate to contradict you, but I think the foot is underneath the elbow.
The elbow?
Yeah, if you ever look at that and draw that straight line down.
So here?
Yeah.
Close, yeah, close. It's not exactly.
It's not. It's certainly not underneath the backside. There's quite a.
It's a
quite
bit further out.
Quite
Yes,
a
correct.
quite a deviation from that.
Yes, yes, it is.
Just the very big toe or the little toe.
Yeah, yes. No, it's true.
Probably on the
It's-
elbow. Yeah.
But all the elbow, look, another vertical line, and then there is a distance from the foot. So it's not exactly, but I know what you say. It's closer to the elbow than to her bum. That's correct. I agree. And
I'll get back in the box now.
no, I'm not perfect. I'm not. Yeah, I do mistakes as well. Otherwise, we're all
You
learning.
only do the mistakes so that we see them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then look another angle that you have to be aware. Look at this. Look from her upper arm, drop a straight line. Upper arm, drop a straight line, and look. So what we have now. We have the thigh. Look, we have the thigh. You see, from that mechanical or geometrical shape that we are constructing here, now you can be a little bit more fussy and say, okay, what's going on now? Let's see. Then you have the thigh. Look. Then now you have the calf. So look, we've got one leg, thigh, calf, and foot. You see, so it's not that. It's very helpful when you go and construct it that way. Then you have the kneecap, thigh. Then you have. We said that this line. Do you remember that line, which is her nipple? It's almost exactly under the elbow. Look. So that's her nipple here. And don't forget this axis, which is the axis which connects her hip, nipple, and armpit. Hip, nipple is here, and the armpit there. So, what's going on? Because that's too close. Okay, the nipple is further out, especially of this breast here. Okay, that's further out. And then you have body structure, which is there. There. I think I'm going too thin on her body here, so I think I can keep the structure of the body a bit. So give her a bit more belly, and bring her upper arm, and the line, as we said, the line which connects the thigh. That line with that line connects the thigh. Then the upper arm, lower arm, and the head. The head moves. The head is tilted towards her left. Do you notice that? Because she's moving, the upper body is moving towards the left, so the head also follows the same movement. Yes, I know you say something there, but yeah, I might be going wrong somewhere. But
No, I'm just saying it's going to be hard, that
you have
head.
to love. Yes, it's going. It's not an easy drawing. Okay, I must admit. So I think the head. I've gone a bit too far up with the head. And lower the chin, lower the neck, bring up the upper arm. No, yeah, something like that on that line. See? You see what I mean? And then you have the other foot, which is, look, vertical line from the foot, chest. Then you have, look, middle of her breast is where her foot is. So middle of her breast, vertical line. That's where her foot will. The other foot will be there. So basically that's the design of it. Now you can be a little bit more fussy, as in to unwrap the envelope, as we said. So we can see now where we're going wrong, and being a little bit more defined. The angle is an angle here, don't forget it, because I had previous students, they were doing it quite soft. This is it's very, very sharp angle. The only angle on the body is these two. And they're very like 90-degree angles. So keep an eye on them. They're very important to be sharp. And also this is short on me compared to what I see. And look, the elbow is higher than her head. To me, that's almost in her head. So I need to bring that up. So you see, I'm now correcting on my envelope method. You see that, bringing up those, and that also makes her hands a lot more elegant and delicate and long as they are here. And look, trim it here. So you can start bringing it up together and making sense of what we're doing with geometry that we started, and then that gets a bit. So now it depends on, I can increase the belly on that side, or I can make it wider here. Instead of adding line there, I can add a line here. And don't forget, this line It's not even there. The body does have a colour. Look, it's not the colour of the body, because obviously it's not that colourful, but in the meaning that it's not that dark, but it's what it is. It's look at the light at the background. That's the light. It's very, very bright here. So the body does have a tint. You notice that? The whole body is darker, but it's a skin tone, so you cannot. Yeah. So don't forget, you give to the body. So what I'm actually suggesting is that give to the body that tint. Look. So go with a bit of a shadow here. Just move those darks. Look around. Look. See? And that's the darker shadow here, which is basically this one, the thigh. There you are. Now it's just a matter of working with and doing onto that huge cylinder of the thigh. You just separate the shadow from the light. Again, there. I'm generalizing now. I'm going very, very fast for a purpose of demonstrating. But obviously you have to go close, very carefully with these darks. Yeah, well, it's pretty much. So you see, starting with total geometry and getting those lines together, getting those this angle almost parallel to that, vertical lines from the elbow there, navel, yes, navel to the knee. These right down, and you can see where the foot ends. But yeah, the enveloping method. So it's complicated because you haven't done it before, or maybe I should have mentioned it a lot more before, but we'll do it from now on. We'll get there. Hello back everyone. Let's continue with the previous video done with the students in the studio, and now no one's here, so it's a bit more quiet, so we can actually continue and do the drawing basically. All right, let's see. How about starting and emphasizing this beautiful shadow, which is basically connects the rib cage area and hip area, and then that shadow right here, which is her obviously her thigh, and a bit more dark, see around here. There you have it. So then I can go and do it a bit softer here, quite a bit softer, to get that roundness of the thigh. All right, and as well get the hip, and I think that is much lighter. In the shadow here, it's still dark. Well, it's darker than the thigh, but it's still, you get reflected light coming from the back of the bum here, so much lighter. Although I'm lightening it more than I should, but it creates volume basically. That's why I'm lightening it. Now, do you remember those vertical lines? We don't need them anymore because we've done the construction, and you can get rid of them. But not, well, we can still see them. They're not bothering us anymore, but we don't need to have them here. So don't forget, the girl is sitting on a stool, otherwise it's on air and we cannot leave it like that. So then you have the thigh coming there, calf, and the fold where the girl is sitting. There. And the foot itself, which is, do you remember we've said that? A vertical line from the elbow, down here, and that was the foot. That was Mark who suggested that, and actually he was right by just dropping a vertical line down here. There you got it, right at the foot. But I think that the length or the opening of the foot, it's not as, so what I mean by the opening will be that basically the whole thigh, it's quite long on me. So I should bring that up a bit. So that will make knee cup to the foot. Let me measure that onto the picture. So knee cup to the foot, See my finger just goes right here down to the toes, to the kneecap. That is longer than the thigh, much longer, but still it appears to be a lot longer on me. So there's something wrong with it. I should keep an eye on the foot here, bring it also a bit further up, but not too far up. There, you got the toes, and there you are. The calf, sorry, not the calf, the calf is back, the shin, basically, shin, yes, there. So bring that up a bit, and also keep the foot not too large, otherwise you'll create a gigantic foot, which we do not want. Okay, now another thing that I need to increase and fix here is basically the thigh. The thigh, I got it quite straight, because that was, do you remember that I was connecting that angle to the, do you remember that? To the elbow or the upper hand. Now we don't need that line. You see that? That's what we've done at the beginning. Now that we are committing with the roundness of the human body, then that we can get rid of that. It's we don't need that. It's obsolete here. There you are. You have that roundness of her thigh, which goes from up here, crotch area, right down here, and bring it a little bit. And the crotch area, look, you have a vertical line from her neck, ear, right there. So say that crotch area on me is right here. That's where her ear should be. And once I'm here now, I can work a little bit more on the ear, face features, basically. Forehead a bit further up, further to the right. Hair, neck, and you got the shoulder. I think I've gone too far inwards the shoulder. The shoulder is slightly further to the left, so the whole thing moves to the left a little bit more. I think I find that a little bit, there's something which doesn't make sense here. So bring the shoulder, bring the muscle up here, bring that, well, I'm trying to get to the left, I'm going to the right, so let's move that to the right a little bit more. What's that? The elbow, yes, elbow, look. A vertical line to the elbow, and it goes right there. So a vertical line there, that's correct. So elbow here, and possibly get rid of that. We don't need those lines there. As you can see, look, what I mean by saying we don't need those lines is that we have all that line, or the line here just appears to be a line, but it's not actually a line. Well, what I mean by that is you have that basically the darkness of, or the skin tone, which is a bit darker, it creates the line. So you don't actually need the line. You can get rid of that, just like that. See? Okay. And so there is no, it helps to create the line, just the darkness of a skin tone. And there, you have the elbow right here, highlighted. See that light here on the elbow? And then bring it down here, right there. And a bit more. So the breast moves more to the left, but actually it's not the breast, it's not a line, it's basically the shadow, the shadow of the breast. So isolate this, look at this shape on its own. So basically look at this shape here, and the shadow here. The shadow creates the shape, then it goes right up to the nipples, and then you have this one. So we have that line. Yeah? I'm looking at, well, if you squint your eyes and isolate it, you will see that this is the shape that appears to be. And that shape of the shadow moves up to the bicep, shoulder, and right there. Okay, and what else? Where are we going to go now? Well, you have all this area which is quite bright. Look, it's a shadow. It's just a very, very dark area there. Well, take your dust with charcoal, dip your fingers, or in my case, my thumb, all that can stand like this, a dark chest. Even darker than that, it's gone too bright. Yeah, yes. The thing is that, well, you have to push it basically with your charcoal. You cannot do it. Yeah, you just push it with charcoal. There. And you have that right. If you drop the vertical line on the knee of the nipple is your vertical line right in front of the ear. So I think I can afford to go a little bit more to the right here with the nipple there. And you have the breast itself, which is actually, again, try not to do the line, but create the shadow on the side, which is basically the shadow here, or the darker skin tone beyond the breast creates the line of the breast. Now, why not to create a line? Why not to avoid the line? Well, because it makes it softer. It makes it softer. And here as well. An upper line there. And so what I mean is that, well, you avoid lines and you have more of a beautiful soft body. There you are. But it's not only that, it's the whole thing, the whole arm, upper arm, it's long. See? And a bicep, and then you have this, obviously, which is basically the line of the here. There you are. All right, okay then. So how about we do, see, I don't need a shadow, well, I don't need a line here. I can create a line by coming and darken the background. Look, isn't it much better than creating a line? Then you can basically move or start moving the body connecting to the background. That is coming up quite thick on me as the upper what's that? Lower hand, lower arm, upper arm. The upper arm needs to go a bit thinner here. There. All right, then you have the head. Look, that is just dark. You have the right hand side dark. Well, actually, the whole head, it's much darker in the background. So how about we do that? So you darken the head to give it a tint. And then we can, there. And then working on highlighting or getting the lights out. And look back again. And let's start working that form here, that softness of her the thigh here, which comes softly. It's not a strong line here, it's a very soft line which merges with this. And then that's quite dark here, so I need to soften that a little bit more and continue with those again. Those dark on the rib cage, nipple here, rib cage, and then that moves down the the hip, down the hip, and then you have a very, very dark shadow down here. And all dark here as well. So I'm concentrating a lot of attention on that side because that's the closest to us. And a bit of dark here. Dark here, dark here, dark, 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 dark. And getting the volume of the breast, I think a little bit thinner, the upper arm, there, I'm talking about that line here, which is quite soft, and a little bit thinner here as well, that will help move and thin up the upper body. Now, squinting my eyes is to get that that shadow, which is a bit like a you have that V shape here. Eyebrow, eye, and your chin, and then upper lip and lower lip. Hairline, and a bit of hair here, hair there. Eyes, nose, mouth. Again, tip of the nose here, tip of the nose. That's it. And a little bit of the cheekbone, dark on the cheekbone. Eyebrow, eyebrow, eyelid, hairline, there. And keep that light area here, which is under the chin. Okay? And then you have the neck. Dark line for the neck here. That's the one. So I'm getting it dark, and that goes to the sternum. Then that muscle moves up, and a softer dark line there. And also a thinner upper hand here. We don't need this. You can get rid of that. That's better. So it makes it a lot more elegant. Not to forget about the hair. Keep it as dark as possible. Just create a bit of contrast as well because it's quite light up here. And the delicacy of her hand and all the fingers here. There. There. The upper hand. Some darker tone. Reflected light. And a middle tone all around here. Bring your breast a bit further up in the rib cage here. And why not a darker tone all over the upper arm and the lower arm. Just a darker tone here. That's the one. There. And a little bit more on the bone structure there. Leave that as it is, quite soft. Just a highlight on the kneecap. A soft touch there on the kneecap. Don't need more than that. Then calf. Then a vague representation of the line where the calf stops. A crotch area. And all this dark here. Just a dark shade. And that is good enough. Maybe a bit lighter here. And here as well. And to the kneecap. Darker tone. Lighter. And smaller. Make the kneecap a bit smaller here. There, make it a lot more elegant. This way. Some bone structure here for the kneecap. And then, as I said, keep that light. Keep the other foot. First of all, it's quite long there, so I'll stop it here. There. Quite dark, makes a nice contrast. So I think I would actually insist on darkening that, because again it creates nice contrast with the hair at the top. Some more fold here. Trying to keep it dark, but I think it was too dark, a bit too just too black. I was thinking leaving it there, it just absorbs all the attention, so I need to soften it. Okay, probably there. And a tiny bit lighter there by the crotch area. Tiny bit lighter. How about I can darken out the background a bit more.
another way of highlighting the thigh and the belly. There. Doesn't matter if it's not there, you can place it there just to create that contrast. It's just too soft. Breast, rib cage. There. Okay, bit more belly muscle here. There. And soft the breast this way. And okay, bring that up a bit more. Bit of highlight here. The bone structure is. Highlight on the upper hand. Highlight here as well. Bit onto the breast. Muscle there. Highlight on the left breast. The highlight here just create volume. Makes the breast pop from the body. Softer here. A bit softer than that. And on the thigh as well. There. Bone structure. And a little bit light on that part of the thigh. Backlight here. That creates volume to the calf as well. All right, I think it's the time to spray it and then work a bit more on it. Highlight on the nose. There. And the ear. Right there. There. Highlight here. And a bit on the chest. That's it, that's good enough for the time being. Try to trim it to make it a bit more elegant. Turn the kneecap a bit more. Trim it a little bit. There. Kneecap again. There. And here's one. And front structure. There. There. Okay, I'll leave it that. Well, I can spray it now. Spraying and then working again. Okay, leave it for a while. Now that we sprayed it, I think it's time to do the experiment of using brush or the dust, spread the dust. Spread the dust. The brush will be obviously using the dust from the charcoal. With sandpaper. Taking a substantial amount of that. And spreading it like this. Going deep with that. Deep with this. Deep with that. Dark. Bit softer here. And just get it dark here. Totally dark here. There you are. And going dark on the hand. Bit darker. There. And also darker on the forehead. And here. There you are. And dark on the kneecap. There. Dark on the thigh as well. I'm going quite with a very wide brush here. Just obliterating those half tones now and getting some major darks here, which will help identify the most important shapes here. Okay, there. Bit dark on the shin, and here as well. There. And cuff here. There you are. Get it in there. Dark on the neck. And also on the face here. There. It's not a portrait, so let's keep the minimum of features there. There's no need to do any more features or to chase the features there. And possibly a softer approach on the background here. Softer, just softer, bring the thigh, or the background. Softly moving it there. Upwards here. There. And get it, or spread those darks here as well. Why not even round the bum here, just to give it a little bit of a highlight by darkening the background and just losing that dark, or merging those darks here with the thigh, with the leg, just making the leg part of that dark. Okay, and I think it's time now to use a little bit more line, as in charcoal, sharper, darker here as well, just there, not as dark as that, softening. Shin, calf, here we are, and there, moving it further back a bit more. There we are. And and then a little bit of body, the line, emphasize the darks under the breast, just to highlight them a bit more, and also the hip here. That's quite important, especially rib cage here. I'll simplify the form a little bit more there. Alright, now with the putty rubber, let's go back and highlight parts of it here, kneecap as well, bone structure on the kneecap, shin, and less light, because you have more light coming here. Right there, the light illuminates that area a lot more. Bit of highlight on the breast here. Okay, and rib cage there. And the belly. Possibly a bit less dark here. There we are, soft on the belly there. And the shine here at the back. There we are. And slightly lighter here. I've gone too light here. I'll leave it there. Not any lighter than that. Highlight on the upper arm. I don't need a very, very dark line there, or possibly coming with bright in the background. I will probably thinner the upper arm. There. A little lighter on the face, parts of the face, nose, eye, and the eyebrow. And the neck, of course. Here we are. Now I think I'll have to stop, because it's just overdoing it and it's not doing any favor, or it's not highlighting anything, more or less. It's all there, what it needs to be. The volume is there, the gesture is there. Then I'll leave it here. What's the date? The date is the 18th. Okay, the 18th. 4. See you on the next one then. Yes, I'll see you on the next one. Just a bit lighter here to emphasize this. Out. And a little bit of highlight underneath here, the crotch area. Where's the putty rubber? Possibly a little bit lighter here. There. Nah, nice, too bright. Keep it the same. Keep it soft. Keep it soft there. There. Just maybe there. Lose that line between the kneecap and the background. That will help. There. All right, then. See you on the next one. Here, not stopping doing things. Just softening it or brightening things, brightening up, brightening some half tones, darkening others. There. And a bit here. Softer, softer, softer. A bit better. And underneath here as well. Right, see you on the next one.